Hi, good morning, campers. Today, we're going to talk about a few products from one of my favorite distilleries, and that's Jim Beam. So, I got a good friend named Bill Padfield, huge Basil Hayden fan. And here's the thing with me and Basil Hayden. I appreciate Basil Hayden. Back in the day, Basil Hayden carried an 8-year age statement. Now, Basil Hayden's more like that old guy that if you ask him his age, he just kind of smiles at you and says, it's good enough. So, the World Wide Web seems to think Basil Hayden now comes in somewhere between 6 and 8 years old, probably closer to 6, the way Jim Beam's been cranking out product, and they actually shut down production this year. So Basil Hayden may climb up in age here in the next couple of years with them shutting down production, but what's on the shelf right now? Probably about 6. But that's my guess, and I've been wrong before. Fight me in the fucking comments. That's what I live for.
Oh, God! I'm going to lose my hearing. The crowd is so loud.
Anyway, I got this big problem with anything 80 proof. Or at least so I thought. I've been running into some 80 proofers here lately that I'm not fucking mad at. I'm not mad at it at all. I got to tell you, let me give you an example. In fact, I'm going to give you a couple examples. Kentucky Tavern, Evan Williams Green Label. Now, they're not the bottles you want to pull out to impress your father-in-law. You know, he's already pissed at you because you're fucking his daughter.
What the hell is even that?
These ain't them. These are the bottles you pull out around the fire with your buddies on a fishing trip or a backyard barbecue or a class reunion. They'll do the trick, and they don't taste bad. But impressive? No. That's why I'm a little confused as to what all the hubbub about Basil Hayden is. Is it the belt? I mean, our friend Major Zero seems to think it's the belt. He seems to think that is, well, he doesn't trust a bottle that has to have a belt to hold its label on. I have to agree with Major. Seems shifty. 80 proof, though. 80 proof. And it's priced. I've seen it anywhere from 30-ish, maybe 28, 29, some spots, like if you go to Sam's Club, something like that. But as high as $38, $39. And I just don't understand how they can justify that when for $22, you can have yourself, same fucking mash bill, I believe. Once again, fight me in the comments. But it's Jim Beam juice, and it's 100 proof. It's 4 years old because, I mean, that's the minimum for a bottled and bond. We all know that. But a lot richer. To me, there's a little more barrel impact on the old OGD bottled and bond. Sorry. I said OGD and immediately it went, hey, baby, I got your money, don't you worry. I said, hey, baby, I got your money. But, yeah. We miss you, ODB. Anyway, so I wanted to compare the two, but then I said, there's no comparison. I'm going to pick that guy out like a fart in a car, and I'm going to pick this out like a herpy on a labia.
This is why we can't have nice things.
It's going to stand the fuck out. And I'm not going to like it. Because it's 80 proof. Especially if I'm drinking that. If I'm not drinking this, No, I still want to avoid that, don't I? Yeah. Never mind. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna be able to tell the difference, and I'm not always that guy. I'm terrible at blinds, but I will be able to tell the difference in that. So I decided, because I like to drink a lot of bourbon, I would do a run of 7. I would do a run of 7. 7 different Jim Beam products, ranging from 80 proof, right alongside this guy. There's a 90 and a couple bottle and bonds. Unfortunately, the one thing I don't have before I started this that I thought I did was a Knob Creek 9. The closest thing I have would be this 12 at 100 proof. And unfortunately, because this is a fucking amazing bottle, especially for the price, most generally it's $68. But that's a 12-year-old bottle of 100 proof Knob Creek, and this might be my favorite Knob Creek, especially for the money, because I do like a bargain. So, would you like to see the rest of the lineup? I think you would. So, of course, we got the OGD Bottled and Bond. We got some Basil Hayden's sitting there with its belt. We got the 90 proof OGD. Bet you didn't think I slummed it like that, huh? I do. And wait for it. Old Crow.
French bread. And to drink. Ta-da! Peru.
Yeah, you can take the kid out of Bosworth, Missouri, but you can't take the Bosworth, Missouri out of the kid. Also, this blast from the past, which is another 80 proof bottle of Jim Beam. Now, this is a Chief's bottle, which, strangely enough, I bought this bottle shortly before they won that first run of the first of 2 Super Bowls. They were already on the shelves. I mean, no conspiracy theorist here, but come on. As well as this bottle of Jim Beam No. 7 Black Label. I actually like this bottle. 90 proof, and it is a decent sipper. Decent. I'm pretty fucking bougie, these days. I can't help it. I'm sorry. But it's a hell of a mixer. It's a hell of a better mixer than this. And the price, I mean, what's $5-10 among friends? $10 is $10. Also, in this run, our good friend, Bald and Bond, Old Tub. Now, because I didn't do my homework, and I got friends that love to do this kind of shit, maybe somebody can tell me in the comments what 3 different mash bills I'm looking at right now. Or are there 3? Could be a trick question.
Wrong, dickhead. Trick question. Lemmy is God.
But I'm going to open the palette up for this run. Oh no. With some Knob Creek 12, because it's fucking delicious. Oh yeah. Knob 12. There used to be this gentleman's club in Knob Town. It's a little, we'll call it a village, Kansas City, Missouri area. It was called Legs. And I had a really good friend named Steve get pinned under a car by a bunch of dudes that were kicking him in the face and ribs, while our other friend Mike was in the car with the doors locked, crying. Knobtown. oak, and dark chocolate. That's what I'm getting. That's wonderful. Little peanut brittle there towards the finish. Just fucking lovely. It's like I always say, it's very easy to shine like a diamond when you live in a goat's asshole. And to be honest, what the most expensive bottle on this list is probably Basil Hayden's. It could be the diamond. I could owe Mr. Padfield a rather large apology. That's better. But I doubt it. Woo! That one's got a nose. Oh, that actually hangs on a while. Lot of flavor. I get some barrel impact. Yeah, there's definitely some char. Little vanilla.
Turn off the lights and I'll glow.
Little peanut brittle in there too. That's actually a really nice pour. I don't know what that is. It's fucking knowing my luck. It's probably the fucking Basil Hayden's, and I'm just gonna look like a dumbass. But that doesn't seem like an 80 proofer. If that is the Basil Hayden's, I just became a fan. And I've had Basil Hayden's before. I don't recall liking it as much as that. But you can't be wrong without RON.
Oh, that's funny. You're still so funny, Logan.
Watery, but it's got good flavor. I'm going to kick it back here and tie it for... I'll put it right in between them. 4th place. That seems about right. A lot of these smell very similar, which kind of makes sense, I guess. The funny thing about Old Crow, so James B. Beam Distillery makes Old Crow, but Jim Beam, Old Crow, Old Grandad, Basil Hayden's, Old Tub, those are all owned. They're under the Jim Beam. They're produced at the James B. Beam Distillery, I think. I'm pretty sure, but they're all owned by Suntory, which is it's a foreign business conglomerate that is helping to ruin this country. I may have said too much. This is very grain forward. The finish sticks around a while. I get some sweet corn. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. All right. This is what we got. I believe earlier I said this first one was either going to be Old Crow or the 80 proof Granddad. I was wrong. I was so wrong. I said that was watery. I couldn't get anything off of it. It was just grain forward and water. I'm sorry, Bill, but that's last place. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you know what? You win some, you lose some. I am apparently not a Basil Hayden fan after all. And so, this is strange. The 80 proof Old Granddad right there next to it. I guess that kind of makes sense. My bet is these are very similar mash bills. This is just aged in the barrel a little longer. That's my bet. But for some reason... What? Let's see what's next. The Crow.
Is that gasoline I smell?
Okay. And, you know, that tracks. 80 proofer. I'm not... It's interesting to me that the Old Granddad 80 proofer and the Old Crow 80 proofer are above Basil Hayden's. I really was hoping Basil Hayden's would do a little bit better and like make a bit of a liar out of me. But, oh, hell. There's the BIB. So, that's really strange to me because I'm looking at what's left here. Apparently, I like Jim Beam White Label a little better than this BIB. I wouldn't have thought. Wouldn't have thought. That, for some reason, tasted very, very rich.
Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
That's... I mean, they got to be in the barrel similar. I mean, this is watered down to 80 proof. But there was more flavor on this than there was on the OGD BIB. Which, by the way, I still like more than Basil Hayden's. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice pour. I know what two are left. And I can't believe I'm like gaga over either one of these. The nose is really good. The palate's pretty decent. That's a good pour, man. And goddamn, it's the tub. It's the old tub bottled and bond, baby. So that means before you go buy a bottle of Basil Hayden's, go get yourself a bottle of Jim Beam Black 7. Age 7 years, which that's a decent age statement. I mean, Holiday gets off putting a 6-year age statement on their bottles, and they're pretty fucking good. They started putting that 8-year on there, and they really poked their chest out. But this 7-year Jim Beam, 90 proof, head and shoulders above Basil Hayden. This is $22. Also better than Basil Hayden. But at the end of the day, apparently a good old bottle of Jim Beam White Label will fucking get you there. I am so bad at blinds. I mean, seriously, this should be way the fuck down here. But it's not. And what do I say? Blinds don't lie. Blinds don't lie. Not to me, not to you, not to anybody. I have heard rumors that Old Tub was going to be discontinued. I have yet to not see Old Tub floating around. But I will say Old Tub's a pretty decent bottle and bond. Is it my early times leaders? No. But it's good. It's a good bottle and bond. Strangely enough, in my last BIB tournament, this guy did better than this guy. I do recall that because I was actually quite surprised how well this did. But apparently, all I need to do is buy an old mixer. I'll be just fine. Or go get myself a bottle of 7-year. I hope this helps. I really appreciate you guys hanging in there. Watch me make a fool of myself. Watch me shit all over my buddy Bill Padfield's favorite bottle. Just fucking shit on it like a Korean prostitute on my chest.
Disgusting.
Just yeah, shit all over it.
This is why we cannot have nice things.
Last place. So, yeah, I hope everybody remembers to drink some water, have a poop, have a great fucking day. Thanks for playing.